this one, like maybe.
Oh, Rich. Okay, hops on over. Does find Doran. Here we go. We do have some ultis flying forward though. The needlework is real good. Gori now just says, I am the better. I have the Diana being hovered. I hope that, okay, never mind. That is just going to be locked in. And Blank is going to show Peanut exactly how it's done. Udyr, though, still on the board. Still pretty strong. And Ezreal has been left up. So maybe it's KT's turn to have a couple of whoopsies in the draft.
Yeah, this is, I mean, I don't mind the Diana pick here, but when you take it with Set, you leave the Ezreal open, you give Ezreal Karma, which is one of the strongest duos in the game right now. I mean, think about the Senna-Kench duo we've talked about so much over the year. I mean, that's another one of those duos. You think about the Thresh Jinx. You know, these are duos you just do not want to give to Duckdom, who I really feel is very quickly becoming a top 580 carry in Korea, might even make top 3 by the end of the season if his performances continue. And your answer is the Nautilus.
A lot of Lucian, a lot of GP.
Yeah, so it's a pretty big change for Rich, and I've seen him spamming at solo queue. Okay, Akali going to be Gori's next challenge here. It looks like that is going to be a very, very tough ask here. See what the matchup ends up being. It might be the Set once again, but he's really putting himself out there tonight in terms of the difficulties he's going to face in that lane. As might actually just be the Gwen to go to the top lane once again. So KT taking some pages out of Nongshim's book here in terms of their top. Do not know.
Oh, Dredgeline connects. Doran just wandering after him. Gori going to move on over, so Kellen is going to survive for the moment.
And that's why you lock your abilities, not when the game starts, but actually when the first moment in the game happens.
That resistance feels real good.
Okay, this is...
Somehow that skill shot missed. That's an odd one, but there is going to be Chains of Corruption. That connects really nicely. As there's the flash on forward, and Noah says absolutely not. Prowler's Claw to come in, and KT answering back on the bottom side. Kellen will make it out, but Duckdom definitely not so lucky.
I mean, there's a lot to talk about here with this last move, but the fact that Zeus walks in blind means that Noah and Zeus are absolutely confident they could take this exchange. The skill shot missed, as you mentioned, at the very beginning of the fight, and then, I mean, the actual length of the CC when you do end up getting caught by that dredge line is so massive that there's just not much you can do. Prowler's Claw is done, so the lethality damage is just going to blow up an Ezreal so quickly. You don't have time to actually get value out of your
Oh no, teleports come in though, and KT unfortunately just caught with their pants down a little bit. The perfect execution there from Gori. A beautifully executed double kill. And I know, you know, it's a bit redundant, but that's what the ability's called. It's not my fault. As now Doran towards the top side, also dealing with a newly in with the teleport alongside Doran, but now they have no teleports available. Duckdom needs to get his eye in just a little bit as True Shot Barrage goes wide. Gori is now in his shroud, but now diving on back, thinks that the work's been done. It's a really nice showstopper though, and the Akali is shut down. The flash on forward from Peanut though, and he's just slapping on as many KT members as he can find. Goes golden as the Set goes down. It was almost so cool from Gori, and then he was snatched out of the sky like a football.
He does get taken down, but he does his job, right? He actually absorbs the showstopper, right? That's one of the big CCs, one of the big moments, you know, that you can maybe try to turn a team fight with. And he is basically peeling and preventing anyone from getting on top of Duckdom, who actually sits back and does a massive amount of damage in this team fight. And this is the scary moment when you see an Ezreal to whatever or else.
All right, Dredgeline onto Peanut, but he's happy to tank. Able to flash out of the way here. Showstopper onto Rich. He doesn't have much of an R-bar because he utilized it before. And that is the piercing arrow to come down onto the Gnar. Doran now goes golden, flashes out as that's the first kill for Gori. Still has a large health bar to work with. But the rest of KT trying to back away. 1-for-1 thus far. Jungle for the top lane, and it does mean that this Cloud Soul an opportunity for Nongshim because they're the ones that do have a smite. Peanut now just trying to allow his health bar to go back up again.
There's the ult coming out from the Ezreal. Peanut just wants to hit that back line.
These piercing arrows do start to hurt, but every one of them that misses is fantastic. Use for Nongshim as in goes Gori. This time, he does have himself the stopwatch as it is a steal away on the Drake. Manages to take down the Karma as well, but Duckdom able to lock down Doran pretty comfortably, and now only 2 members left on the side of KT. Peanut still alive as well. Well, just to make sure that he can stand vigil. The Gnar should be available into this wall.
Here we go.
He crushes on in. The Baron goes down. A couple of kills there. This is a huge overstep for KT. And Nongshim should be bringing us to a game 3.
Yeah, I mean, to continue to be in the game at all feels like an overstep for KT. They had a fantastic team fight. They had their best fight, their one chance around that Drake fight. They prevent the Soul from going over, but they still lose the extended fight. They lose the Baron. Beautifully handled by Nongshim to control that vision, and now they're just looking for anything they can find, but this is the end of the game.
I don't know, Peanut just must be so incredibly tasty. Everyone seems to be going way too far in. However, Doran does manage to lock down the Ezreal very comfortably, and that just shows he's tanky if there's, you know, physical damage, but this is a lot of magic damage coming out of Doran, so certainly.
It's a Gwyn and a Set fighting against a... fighting against a Carmen and Udyr, like, it's like, oh, can they win this one? Like, maybe.
Oh, Rich, okay, hops on over, does find Doran. Here we go. We do have some ultis flying forward, though, as the needlework is real good. Gari now just says, I am the better, I have the Herald holder, or the Rift Maker holder. Another team fight as well, as Doran is feeling real strong at this point in time, and he's going to demonstrate that against this Gnar. In goes Gari, he's going to try and do what he can also, but has to get himself all the way out of there. The Shuriken backflip does it in KT. They restabilize with 5 members, and without Rich now is Nongshim. True shot barrage. Doran, of course, able to... Yep, I do like it, actually. The possibility of the QSS flash to avoid a lot of this is Doran throwing around his circle a little bit here as, oh no, Zeus just completely put out of position, and now Rich decides he wants to go in, only finds one with the ultimate. The wallop is fantastic. Blank just trying to go in, trying to do something because he knows they're out of position, but it's not going to be enough. And now Doctorm just fighting front to back here. Doran, can he do it again? As he does find Doctorm in the backline, but he goes golden. Doctorm deals with the rest of the team, and it's just not quite enough here. Doran was so heroic through so much of this game, but now Nongshim looking to taxi these minions towards the inhibitor turret and take down the Nexus.
I mean, Peanut came and popped his Banshee's Veil right away at the beginning of the fight too, so he didn't even have that. He survived for so long regardless. It feels like KT Rolster in this second game, a 2-man team. It's Doran and Noah just getting the most work done, but Doran's the last to fall. Yeah, Nongshim are bringing us to our first third game here, and I'm not shocked. You know, after that first game, I think a lot of people were very high on KT Rolster, but they had such a massive lead. How do you lose a game like that? In game 3, they're going to have to pick up the pieces.
Yeah, we'll see whether they're going to be picking up the Gwen-Diana combo again, because look, we did see what Gwen's capable of towards the end of that game. Absolutely phenomenal damage, able to lock down, you know, the carry of Nongshim. Doran was certainly able to make it work.